All right, good morning. John Losh here, www.legaciesonthe.rails.wordpress.com and the Legacies on the Rails radio podcast on Podomatic. I'm here with Jerry at the Oklahoma Railway Museum in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and he's kind of telling me kind of about their facility here, some future projects they've got going on here. So go ahead, Jerry.
All right, right now we're, like I said, primarily an outdoor museum. We have a lot of fairly unique equipment, the engines and cars to look at, but our future plans are to have large exhibit buildings, an 8-bay roundhouse, install our turntable, and have display awnings over a lot of our better cars and stuff, and then access to the engines and stuff when we finally get that part done. So this whole parking lot here that's in front of us will be an event center. And so we'll have a large event center, and then where we'll have a room then to start displaying all of the many artifacts that we have ready to go if we just, as soon as we get buildings to put them in. And so you can see our future plans. It's not a wish list. We have architects working on it. It's a future building project, one step at a time.
Okay. And you were telling me about this inspection car that was built to take some dignitaries out to inspect track.
The inspection car was a one-of-a-kind, built from a box car, but MKT built it to use for taking some people down the track to look at places that were going, I guess they wanted to develop. And so then they would have a nice, comfortable place for the people to ride and still have great view, because it's got picture windows at that end of it. And so it went through several hands once its function no longer was needed, and it finally wound up at Fort Sill. And eventually we got it from Fort Sill, and then we restored it, and so now it's our end of train car, and we use it where the conductor can call out all the commands, for the engineer.
And you were telling me about that car kind of behind us here that you said was on the inaugural run of the El Capitan.
The 113 is a lightweight car that was on the inaugural run of the El Capitan. And so we're fortunate to have a historically significant car. And then we have a sister car that was used with that car later, but not on the inaugural run. So
you guys have got Santa Fe stuff here. You got Rock Island. You've got Frisco. You've got Missouri, Kansas, Texas. You guys got all kinds of different railroads represented here. So
yeah, and that's the ones that were used in this area.
Okay.
So that's what we're trying to do. We just got another engine that we traded a group in California for, because we had an engine that we restored and it was used in California. They had an engine that was used in Oklahoma. So it's a Frisco engine. So the one we traded them was a Milwaukee Road. And so they have one that's significant for them. Now we have one significant for us, and we're going to try to get it going in the near future. It needs some TLC, the engine, but it'll go on the line as soon as we.
And when did this museum open?
This museum started out as a rail club, and then in 1997, 8, 9, that time frame, it became. They started the process of becoming a museum. And they did some excursion runs and then bought this property, I think in 99, and in 2000 began to develop it. This was just a big open field. It was pipeline storage for the oil fields and stuff. So it was nothing here. That one building was a goat barn that they used to keep the grounds clean. And now it's our restrooms and for the close to the train restrooms. And the rest of this has always been built by volunteers.
Nice.
Years since 2000.
And how many volunteers do you guys have?
I don't know the exact number now. It varies how many are out here during the day. During the early part of the day, there's not as many. You can see there's probably 4 or 5 of us here right now, because a lot of people are still working.
Right.
And so they'll be out in the evenings or on Saturdays and Sundays, come out and work.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you telling me about the facility here, and I think it's great you guys have this. And anytime people can come and witness railroad history is a great thing, because the thing I love about railroads is railroads help build this country.
Yes.
From end to end. Starting with smaller things, and then leading up to, of course, the Transcontinental Railway. and things like that, and taking passengers and freight and everything, and a lot of things people may take for granted. I mean, we appreciate truckers and everything they do as well, bringing products across the country, but a lot of the things that we use in our daily lives are brought to us by trains.
Yes.
So. And I've been I just like I said, I got connections to lots of railroads through family and whatnot. So just kind of a thing for me. So
Yeah.
I think it's great you guys have this, and
Great. We need more people. We need more volunteers.
there you go. There you go.
Things here, volunteers from the president down to me.
There you go. There you go. Okay.
So it's you have to enjoy it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here volunteering.
Right. There you
If
go.
anybody else wants to volunteer, we're ready for them.
Okay. All right. So check out the Oklahoma Railway Museum and check out their website here, and come visit their facility. And I know you guys are going to enjoy it. And just continue to enjoy railroad history. And as I always say, continue leaving legacies on the rails. And I'll see you next time.